So Brett Kavanaugh was confirmed this weekend as our newest Supreme Court justice, and I don't know how to feel about it. I know how I'm supposed to feel as a white female who's educated and a millennial. I'm supposed to be angry, but I'm also a conservative, so I'm very torn. And here's why: because on the one hand, he was accused of sexual assault, and that's disgusting, and I don't want for sexual assault victims to feel like they can't come forward to tell their story because they're going to be discounted or threatened or not believed, because it's already so difficult for them to talk about their trauma. On the other hand, while this wasn't technically our justice system, this was more a public hearing circus, our justice system, and therefore a public opinion is kind of influenced by this, is built on evidence, and if not evidence, then corroboration, and we're going to land on the side of the accused. That's how our justice system was built, was to let 100 guilty men go free so as to not convict one innocent man. That was how it was built, and I don't know, maybe that needs to be up for discussion now. But according to the FBI, there wasn't enough corroboration. It really stinks that we can't actually see the FBI investigation because it's illegal to share that stuff publicly. Because I know that a lot of my friends and people that I care about think that the FBI was not legit. That they didn't follow all of the breadcrumbs and all of the evidence. So that really stinks, because we're just having to trust our politicians that they saw this investigation and didn't just follow their political leanings, but followed their moral leanings. As we all know, that doesn't usually happen. So, that stinks. But on the other hand, if we take all of that out of play, which obviously we can't, but if we did, I'm a conservative at heart. I believe in the Second Amendment, in my right to bear arms and protect myself. I don't believe in abortion. I do believe in gay marriage, so that makes me a little different than normal conservatives, I guess. And I wish, good Lord, that he would have just answered the dang question about gay marriage and not respond like a lawyer citing precedent, but actually saying, yes, I agree with the original ruling, or no, I don't. But obviously he doesn't want to paint himself in a corner. Whatever. So anyways, all this to say, I don't know how to feel, and so it's just, I feel kind of alone in that too, because I know a lot of people, at least on social media, who fully are just so willing to say that Ford was lying. Like, she was extremely credible. Are you kidding? But I get it. We just don't trust anyone. We don't trust anyone in these days and times, and it sucks that the Supreme Court is who we have put all of our power in for actually deciding things and making laws effectively, because that wasn't how this was supposed to work. It was a lifetime appointment. All of the decisions where it could be swayed over time and public opinion changes, all that stuff was supposed to happen in Congress, where they have 4 or 6 year terms. Is that right? 2? Whatever. They have certainly a shorter amount of term than lifetime. But now, if I change my mind in 10 years and I decide that I do believe in abortion, well, that guy's still around. Kavanaugh's still on the Supreme Court. Granted, he did say that he wouldn't overturn that, but you get what I'm saying. Like, this isn't how it's supposed to work. So I'm disappointed in how we've allowed ourselves to get this far. But ultimately, I'm just confused. I still don't know how to feel. It's different where usually when someone is accused and it's accurate, they just bow out of the race because, I don't know, they don't want to go through the pain of the hearing and whatnot. In this case, they both were credible. Kavanaugh was annoying, but credible-ish. So they were both credible. They were both adamant that this happened or didn't happen. It's just different. So now we as the public are having to decide who's lying and who's not, or who's confused and who's not. And when that kind of opinion comes into play, bias is naturally going to come in too. And so as someone who tries to take bias out of the equation, I'm just confused. I feel like I need to go watch a bunch of YouTube videos about how to tell when people are lying. Maybe that's what I'll do. Anywho, just sharing my thoughts because I felt like I should.